This is Timmy. Now, Timmy's been working extra hard animating his lightsaber battle, but when he finally hits export, it, well, looks like... And this is Dave. And, well, Dave did about the same thing, but at the end, he added lightsaber effects. If you want to learn how to create lightsaber effects in your stop motions, well, watch to the end of the video. Okay, step 1. Make your animation. I personally use Stop Motion Studio. I'm just going to assume you've already done this, so let's move on to step 2. Step 2. Download the app SaberMovieFX. This is the program you're going to get all your effects from, and I've been using it for a couple years and it's been brilliant. Once you've downloaded the app, what you're going to want to do is open it, select New Project, then Import, then your desired video. So once you've clicked on your video, it will come up with this screen. It will have loads of options, but I'll explain what they'll all do throughout the video. You'll be able to move your little saber around, and that's how you're going to place it in the right place. You may have noticed this bar at the top of your screen. This is sort of your current selection of effects that you can use throughout the editing process. You also may have noticed on this bar that there is an option for these 3 dots. If you click on these 3 dots, it will come up with this screen. On the left of your screen, you'll have all these options for different effects: sabers, blurs, highlights, sound effects, and custom effects. The main ones you're going to be using are sabers and blurs, and maybe highlights here and there. But these are here so you can add them to your palette, so all you have to do is click on them and then it will add it to your top bar. Now you've sorted out what effects you want to be using, this is how you add them. So for example here, we're going to just take our saber because that's the most simple and the most common. When you press this arrow on the bottom right, it comes up with a slider which determines the length of your saber. This will come in very useful, especially when doing ignition effects. But anyways, when it comes to adding your effect, all you have to do is position it where you like and then press the plus button on the right. And this applies to all the effects. You just press the plus and that adds the effect. But yeah, it's pretty simple. You just have to press it and line it up with the saber so it's accurate, and then it creates this awesome lightsaber blade. It becomes a bit more complicated when it comes to swinging and clashing, so I'll give you a short tutorial on how to do them as well. Oh yeah, and one more thing I'll show you is how to do ignition. But just before I get into them, I'm just going to quickly show you how you can delete effects. You simply press on the triple bar and then go through and click on each one on the 3 dots and press delete. With that out of the way, let's move on to ignition. Okay, I'm just going to explain it as this time lapse goes. What you're going to first want to do is turn them on their sides because they don't go that short, so you have to start horizontally. Then as you work your way up, you add more and more, and then eventually you'll be able to use it vertically. Then you can just use the slider and go up and up until once you've done that, if you want to make it even better, you can then use the highlights effects, and then you can sort of work your way up with the blade again, and it creates an awesome effect. You can preview your animation with the play button, and as you can see, it looks really cool. But before we move on to the next effect, I'd like to just remind you to like and subscribe if you're finding this video helpful. It's just a couple clicks and it means the world to me. Thank you. Anyway, moving on, let's show you how to create the swinging effect. Just remember what I said about the blurring effects and all the positioning and adding and stuff like that. So sticking to what I told you earlier, using the plus to add your effect, all we have to do is click the 3 dots, go to blurs and add a blur effect to your palette. Then I'm going to show you this quick time lapse on how you use the blur effect to your advantage. As you can see, we sort of place it on the edge of the saber as it's moving in that direction, and you can also add the regular saber effect to create some continuation. You just copy this throughout the swing and you should end up with a really nice animation. Another time lapse here with the clashes, but basically what you're going to want to do is use your knowledge from the swinging, but when your lightsaber clashes with another object, whether it's a lightsaber, a character, a laser, whatever, you just use the highlight effect to give it that clashing effect. Very simple, very easy, very quick. But yeah, it should give you this really nice effect. Okay, the final thing I'm going to show you is how to export your movie. All you have to do is click the tick in the top right corner and it will export it. Then once you've done this, you can also click this button on the bottom right to save it to camera roll. I've got a fully edited movie to show you so you can see what it will look like once you've fully edited the video. And there we go. That's how to add lightsaber effects in your stop motions. Again, if you did find this video useful, please do consider liking and subscribing. It means the world to me, and have fun animating. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.